So what we're looking at today is we're looking at the trumpet part for Louie, Louie. Before we start to go through it, make sure you have your trumpet and make sure you have your music available. We're going to start Louie, Louie with a 4-measure drum solo. So we don't need to worry about this really when we're practicing, but it's important to know what this black bar with the 4 means, because when we enter playing it with the full band, this is going to be a percussion solo. Now right off the bat, we're going to get into measure 5 with 2 eighth note C's and a quarter note C. Take a big breath and it should sound like this. 1, 2, 3. When you're breathing, make sure you're putting a good tongue on every single C, okay? It's important that you're taking a big breath too, and you're really supporting your trumpet sound with air. Air is really going to give you a nice big trumpet sound. So let's go ahead. Here's measure 5, all right? Just the first notes. 1, 2, 3. When you have your tongue playing that clean, you can move on and let's add the F's. But make sure you get the tongue and the air working together to make that sound clean. So here we go. Let's try measure 5, all of it. C, 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 F, F. All right, really clean. 1, 2, 3. And in terms of the rhythm, really make sure you're listening too. It's important that we play that rhythm accurately, so make sure you're listening. Let's try measure 5 again. 1, clean and accurate. 1, 2, 3. And again, that time I just played it, it didn't sound that great because I wasn't using my tongue all that well. Let's try that again, and this time I'll use my tongue better. Here we go. Measure 5. 1, 2, 3. When you're playing it, you're going to use the air, but make sure you're not pushing all the air out right at the beginning of when you're playing. We want to make sure we're always playing under control. I would like to go to measure 5 and measure 6 now. Let's try just measure 5 and measure 6. Use your tongue to help with the control. Take a big breath and don't play so loud. Play clear and play with control. 1, 5, and 6. 1, 2, 3. Let's try that again. Measure 5 and measure 6. 1, 2, 3. Now, let's do 5, 6, 7, and 8. Listen to your volume level. Listen to what you're actually playing. Does it sound under control, or does it sound like you're shouting through your instrument? We don't want that shouting. We want your tongue and your air exercising control. Let's do 5 through 8. 1, 2, 3. Let's do 5 through measure 10. Now here's the thing we have to watch out for at measure 10. We're adding 2 rests right here. It's important that you do not play through those rests. One of the things that's going to help you do that is that while you're playing the song, you're using your eyeball, all right, to really track these notes left to right. And then while you're playing, you're keeping your place. That's going to help us not play on that rest in measure 10. Here we go. Measure 5 through measure 10. Big breath and play in control. 1, 2, 3. Rest, rest. All right, let's go ahead. Let's try that again. 5 through 10. Make sure we're exercising control. 1, big breath before we start. Use that tongue. 1, 2, 3. Rest, rest. Okay, now let's get into...
Good evening. We hope that all parent conferences have been absolutely fantastic, but all good things come to an end. And at this time, the end of conferences is here. So please make sure that you wrap up at this time. Also, teachers, make sure that you stop in, especially if you brought food that needs to be taken home with you.
All right, so we got a couple minutes to finish up. Let's go ahead. Let's try measure 11, okay? E, 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 F, just like this. 1, 2, 3.
And then we are wrapping up. All people will leave the building within the next 10 minutes.
All right, Make sure you're using your tongue really well here. Listen. Really get that tongue across. 1, 2, 3. All right? Now, once you have that, let's go ahead and let's try measure 12. Let's do measure 11 one more time. 1, 2, 3. All right? Now let's go ahead and let's add measure 12 and measure 13. Listen to me do it, then I want you to do it. Okay, let's try that again. 11, 12, and 13. 1, 2, 3. All right, this part right here, 11, 12, and 13, is the main melody. So it's very important that you get your tongues moving, all right, and you get your fingers moving across, flying across those valves as well. So here we go, 11, 12, and 13. 1, 2, 3. All right, now I'd like to take it from 11 and go all the way through measure 17. 15, 16, 17 is the exact same thing. What I'm looking for is lots of control and making sure you're using your tongue. Here we go, 11 through 17. 1, 2, 3. One, two, three. Make sure when you're playing that you're exercising that control. Because when we add it with the entire band, all right, remember that concept we talked about with balance, all right? If you're playing too loud, you're going to force the other instruments in the band to play louder as well, and we're going to lose that nice sense of control. Let's try 11 through 17. One more time. Air, tongue, control. 1, 2, 3. One, two, three, 4. And then the next thing we're going to notice is this rest right here. Now, not rest, repeat. When we take this repeat, we're going to repeat back to measure 5. Not to the beginning of the song, but to measure 5, because that's where the double black lines and the 2 dots are, the repeat sign. So let's go ahead now. Let's try it from 11. We'll practice taking the repeat. Now, when we take the repeat, we'll go through everything one more time, and then we'll actually go through and end the song. When we take the repeat, don't forget about those 2 rests in measure 10. So here we go. 11. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Repeat. Rest, rest. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, ready, end it. This piece is all about playing with control. It's all about getting your fingers in your air working together as well. All right? Go through this. If you need to watch certain parts again, do that again. It's very important that it's played clearly, all right, and accurately. If you need to slow certain passages down, like measure 15, do that. It's more important that you play it cleanly and accurately than you play it fast, okay? All right, one more time. Let's just do 11, 12, and 13. Listen to me do it. Actually, let's just do it together. Play it exactly how I do. 1, 2, 3. Let's do it just a hair quicker this time. 1, 2, 3. Really focus on control and accuracy. Happy practicing.